everyone, my name is Jack Zaffel, back again with another video, and today I am here with my NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 review, and I don't know how they keep doing it, man. This brand gives me so much joy as a wrestling fan. They know what the fuck they're doing. Like, Triple H and all the people writing for NXT know what the fuck they are doing. The higher-ups in the main roster, not really sure what they're doing. Okay, SmackDown is doing pretty well at the moment. Raw needs a few fixes, but overall, NXT is just the best brand in the WWE right now. So, without a further ado, let's not muck around. Let's get straight into the show. So, first match here is Austin Aries taking on Jose. So that was pretty cool. So Jose pretty much came out and had a big conga line of people dancing, which I thought was kind of cool. And Austin Aries was pretty sick with his kind of, it's not really a jacket, it's like a cape or whatever. It's pretty cool. And pretty much these two were pretty good. It was actually a really, really good match between these two. Austin Aries pretty much won with the last chancery, which is a really cool move where he like flips over and holds onto the guy's neck, which was pretty cool. And Jose did very, very well. He's actually a very underrated performer, in my opinion. So, like, he was doing some really, really cool stuff in this match. But Austin Aries ended up picking the win, which I had no problem with. And, you know, it would make it wouldn't really make a lot of sense for Jose to pretty much pick up the win. You know, he's not going to be this big time superstar or anything. But after Austin Aries won the match, you know, he was still pissed off. So he pretty much beat up Jose after the match, and that is until Hideo Itami comes out. He's not in his wrestling gear, he's in his suit and all that, and Austin Aries sees this and he's like, oh shit, and so Hideo's pretty much telling him, you know, get the fuck out of here, back off and all that, but Aries is not having any of it, and so they beat up each other, and then right after that, he picks up Austin Aries and hits the go to sleep on him. Yes, that's right. The go to sleep on Austin Aries, which they've been building this up for like ever since Hideo Itami got to WWE back in like September of 2014. Was it TakeOver Fatal 4-Way? I think he made his debut. And so now that he's back from injury and all that, that is fucking awesome that he pulled that move off. Of course, he was the guy that originated the go to sleep, which is the move that CM Punk used during his wrestling career. So yeah, I thought this was really cool, and it's definitely going to set up a feud between Austin Aries and Hideo Itami, which is pretty fucking awesome, because I believe the next pay-per-view is I believe it's NXT TakeOver Japan. It's in Tokyo somewhere, which is pretty rad. So yeah, that'll be, you know, another Japanese guy to put up on the show, and yeah, that'd be really, really sick. And we get to the next match, which is Billie Kay, my Aussie homegirl, taking on the debuting Ember Moon. And so Billie Kay comes out, she's looking sexy as usual, and then Ember Moon comes out, and pretty much she has like blood red like eyes. She's got like contacts or something, and pretty much there's like a moon rising in a Titantron, and she looks really, really cool. I'm really excited to see where she goes in the Divas division, women's division. But anyway, so she jumped off the top rope and all that, and she did this crazy move where she jumps off the top rope, turns in midair, and hits a stunner, and which was just a fucking crazy move in my opinion. And so yeah, Ember actually looks kind of, you know, freaky, and I think it might be because of those eye contacts. And yeah, Billie Kay, she was, you know, alright throughout this match, but obviously this was Ember's match to win, hands down. So pretty much yeah, she did that sick finishing move. Okay match, and yeah, Ember Moon picks up the win, and I'm very excited to see where she goes in the women's division. Hopefully she gets a shot at the women's title soon, which I think she she will. And next up, we have Andrade, Cien, Almas taking on Bobby Roode. And oh my god, this was... Bobby Roode, man. He is the future of NXT. I can see it come. Put the belt on this man, honestly. To me, and I've said this for a long time, Bobby Roode looks like a world champion to me. He acts like a world champion because he's got that grace to him, you know. He's got the robe and the great wrestling ability, you know. He's just... there's certain people in professional wrestling that just look like world champions. Like, anytime I see Triple H with that big gold world heavyweight title, it's just perfect to me. And same with Ric Flair. He is a world champion, and I think Bobby Roode could be perfect as that. So, yeah, he comes out to his theme song, Glorious, which is just fantastic. And he's getting risen down to the ground while he's kind of opening up his arms while he's in his robe, which I thought was fantastic. And the crowd were really, really into him. And poor Cien Almas was getting booed by the crowd. Not like hardcore at all, but it wasn't, you know, the fans weren't, you know, super into Andrade Cien Almas. Like, if he did a cool move in the match, that the fans will give him credit for it, which is good. Almas did a move where he did like like when he did a middle rope springboard corkscrew plancher thing, whatever, that's when the fans were like, you know what, yeah, we'll give him his prop. He was pretty good. And so Almas got a couple of near falls and hit like a straight jacket German suplex and a small package out of a fisherman's buster, which is pretty cool. But of course, Bobby Roode picked up the win in this match with his finishing move, which I don't know what it's called. I think it's like, it's the Glorious Bomb, which is a pump handle slam thing. So, yeah, pretty good for Bobby Roode. Very happy to see him finally on NXT, and I cannot wait to see what he does in the future for NXT. I'm really excited for him. And we get, right after that match, we get this weird kind of a video where it shows the word, you know, sanity on it, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And like the commentators are looking really weird, so Tom Phillips and Corey Graves, and they're like, what the hell was that about? So the whole sanity thing is a bit weird, but it could be very, very interesting. I hope it's like a debut, which would be pretty cool. And yeah, I don't know what the sanity thing is, so we have to wait and see. Probably on NXT. So then we get to the NXT Tag Team Championship match between the Revival and Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Oh my god, this was so fucking good. The Revival, I feel like, is one of the best tag teams in wrestling today. They are so smooth with everything they hit, and just their matches are so fast paced, and you know, everything's just so smooth and so good, you know, like they're just some of the best wrestlers on the roster right now. And so pretty much there was a bit where there were a lot of near falls throughout the match, just all over the place. And some other stuff. So there was one bit where Gargano had Scott Dawson for the pinfall with his spear through the ropes, and then Gargano kicked out of it, and then there was one bit where Gargano kicked out of the Arn Anderson DDT, and during the end bit, so they did a bit where Gargano or Ciampa or whatever went for the pinfall, and they put their foot on the rope, and they think, oh yeah, we've won the title, but the ref's like, dude, you didn't win, the foot was on the rope. And it's like, oh damn it. And so that gives the Revival an opportunity to pretty much, I think it was Scott Dawson just ran in on Gargano's leg and just smashed it, and he did a reverse figure four on it, while Dash Wilder pretty much laid his elbow into it, and that's how they won the match. I think he tapped out while he was in it as well. So yeah, great match. Really enjoyed it. The Revival are a perfect example of a great tag team. They deserve those NXT Tag Team Championships. Although I would have liked to see Ciampa and Gargano win the NXT Tag Team titles, but that's okay. Right after the match, the whole crowd just gave them a standing ovation for just an awesome match. So yeah, can't really argue with that one. Yeah, great showing between these two teams, and yeah. Right after that, we get to the Women's Championship match, and between Bayley and Asuka. This is their rematch from NXT TakeOver Dallas, yeah, where Asuka beat Bayley to become the NXT Women's Champion, and yeah, this was a great match. So some of the things that happened in this match was like Asuka tried to, you know how she does that thing where she puts her opponents like in between the ropes and she does a hip attack. Well, she tries to do that, but Bayley rolls out of it and Asuka gets stuck, and then Bayley starts attacking. And by the way, these two girls were vicious tonight. But Asuka tried to keep kicking her throughout the match, and you know, she kind of just Bayley just kind of no-sold and just got stronger and pretty much dared her, you know, kick me in their face and all that. Then Bayley hit the belly for a 2 count, and then Asuka, just how this match ended, just she pretty much kicked her a bunch of times. Then Asuka just pretty much roundhouse kicked her in the face to win the match. So yeah, it was very enjoyable, actually. A great women's match. But right afterwards, Asuka helped up Bayley to her feet. You know, they hugged, they hold out each other's hands up in the air, and then Asuka leaves so she can have her moment, because yeah, I think this is pretty safe to say that this is Bayley's final NXT match. You know, she hasn't got anywhere to go on the brand. You know, she's done so much for NXT, and I feel like it's time to finally put her onto the main roster. So I have a feeling that the Raw after SummerSlam, she's going to debut. There's no way. She's just going to have to. So yeah, so that would be really awesome to see, but I wouldn't mind seeing her on SmackDown, you know, just to add a big diva onto, to add a big women's wrestler onto SmackDown. That'd be pretty good. So yeah, awesome match. Please go check it out if you haven't seen it, and yeah, great stuff. Then we get to the main event, and this is for the NXT Championship. It is Samoa Joe defending against Shinsuke Nakamura, and Nakamura had up there with Bobby Roode for best entrance, because he had live violin music, which was just so kick-ass. And Nakamura's coming out, and you know, I was getting a bit emotional because the music was just so good. I mean, Nakamura probably has my favorite theme song in the company right now. Yeah, even more than Bobby Roode's song, which I still love, but Nakamura is just, it's on point. And then Samoa Joe's coming out looking badass with the NXT Championship. And throughout this match, Joe really kept control from the majority of it, you know, hitting him with a few strikes and putting him in a lot of submission holds, since he is the Samoan submission machine. And some other things was Nakamura was in like a muscle buster position, but he ended up getting out of it and hit a German suplex, which looked awesome. And then he tried to set up a Kinshasa, which is the running kick to the face, but then Joe reverses it and hits a power slam to get 2 count. And then during the match, like during the end, Samoa Joe hits the muscle buster on Nakamura, the same move that has Tyson Kidd still out on the shelf, I'm pretty sure, with a neck injury. But Nakamura kicks out. Holy shit, he kicked out of the muscle buster. And so Joe's like, you know what, I'm going to give this another go. But Nakamura gets out of it, hits the bloody Kinshasa kick, and wins the match. Like, holy shit. Shinsuke Nakamura, the same man that debuted all the way back in just April before WrestleMania 32, and he's now the NXT champion. That's just so cool to me, you know. Nakamura, who has been such an amazing talent in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and now here he is all the way in WWE, and he's now NXT champion. You know, that's extremely impressive to me. Samoa Joe was awesome in this. It looked really strong, and Nakamura he's, in my opinion, he is the best wrestler on NXT, and I feel like Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be one of the biggest stars this company has ever seen, and I really hope that happens. So yeah, congratulations to Shinsuke Nakamura for becoming NXT champion, and I believe they are going to Japan. That's their next TakeOver special. So I wouldn't mind seeing Nakamura versus Atami, the two Japanese guys going at it for the belt. That'd be pretty sick. And also, the NXT's coming to Australia in December, which is pretty badass. I don't know if I'll go, probably not, but I'd love to, though, if I had the chance. I know it's in the Gold Coast, so we'll see. But yeah, so that was NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Just, it's probably one of the best wrestling shows I've seen this year. Just, oh my god, so fucking good. Main event was probably my favorite match, personally. The women's match was really, really good. And the tag team match, that kicked ass. That really, really took me by surprise. Well, I didn't really, because the Revival and Gargano and Ciampa are fantastic. But yeah, this was a great show, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what you thought of this, and you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. You'd be glad you did. Twitter and Instagram is at JackmanLel if anyone wants to check me out there. Also, check out the Bullshit Club, Mr. Edge TV, and the 5/8. The links will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back here tomorrow for my SummerSlam review. Hopefully, it's just as good as this. And I am out in 3, 2, 1.